Good evening, everybody. Matrix here, and here's my watch list for April 9th. Okay, taking a look at the futures here, real quick. Um, Futures kind of like a doji day today. Um, Yesterday, last night I called it for the dip out the gates and bounced somewhere around here as I marked off the level, and it literally did exactly that. So let's take a look at the intraday real quick here. Let's go to the 5-day, 5-minute. We are gapping down from the close a little bit. Sorry. We're gapping down from the close a little bit here. Let's see. So still have to wait for the 12 p.m. 12 a.m. when it opens. Bounce off right off the lows. It tested this 2900 again, made a double top, and it's now pulling. So we do see a nice bounce off this 200 SMA here. So I do think tomorrow we're going to see like a little slight and very slow uptrend grind back up into this this 2900 and get tested. Essentially, you'll see kind of like a ascending triangle, right? From there, it really depends if it can reclaim this area, the 2897 area. So if it does, then it's definitely going to test the highs and perhaps maybe even break out the highs. I do see that it's compacting and it's slowly grinding up. The overall, the market is really coiling, right? So bring in the SPY chart here. As you can see, nice uptrend here. So maybe a dip, hold this 288.40 level, which is kind of coincidentally the pre-market high, and then bounce from there, actually around this area, 288.35, which is also the VWAP, right? So that's what I'm looking for, a bounce and then a slow grind back up and ascending triangle, essentially kind of like a flat top breakout, and then we go to the highs tomorrow. Okay, looking pretty strong overall, the spine. So let's get into the watch list. First up, I actually have ROKU. Is the only ticker I played today, and I also recorded it live. So you can check that out in my channel under the playlist live trading. Now, ROKU, I'm looking for second day play here. Let's load up some drawings that I've already previously mapped out real quick here. ROKU, let me find it. There it is. Okay, so the current price here is at 61, which is marked off as blue line. I already have the resistance and support marked off, 63 being the key top area here. ROKU came down with massive volume today due to an analyst downgrade. This morning when I opened up my platform, basically I saw a lot of relative volume coming in, and then I checked the news real quick, and I saw a downgrade. Citigroup downgraded it. So basically, I was already looking for a short thesis and an all-day fader. Unfortunately, it bounced off from the lows here and grinded back up. So it didn't give me what I really wanted. But I mean, looking at the daily chart overall, it has sold off a lot from the highs here, right? Even with an extra downgrade, it gapped down. It's tried coming under these lows, but still it couldn't keep selling. And I think perhaps I was looking for a little bit too much because of this gap down. Previous history dictates that after each downgrade here on March 13th, it faded all day, right? And then we had this downgrade on April 4th as well, and it sold off quite a lot and got sucked back up. This one today on this new downgrade, I'm looking for a day two continuation. I mean, there is still a big gap to fill, and the stock does look like it wants higher. After hours, it closed higher as well. So perhaps a gap up, pop and drop is what I'm looking for. I don't think it can, with the SPY being so strong, I don't think it can come all the way back down to test these lows at the 5850s, but who knows, right? What I know right now is I have some nice support areas mapped out here at the 60.35 level. Okay, this is intraday for today. You'll actually, let me go to a 30-minute chart for the hourly chart, you'll see very clearly how I map these out, right? So current price 61, 60, 35, support 1, $60 level, key psychological hold number as well, and main support here, support 2. And then support 3 is where it bounced off of around this 59.12 area, 59.10. Yeah, 59.10 area to 59, right? So we have a nice support area here. Resistance coming up into the pre-market right here at this candle on this hour, $61.50. And then we have a key number of 62, which is on the daily chart right about here. Okay, you see that there's a lot of resistance here, and then 62.5 as well, which is yesterday's lows. All right, let me go back into the 5-minute chart and you'll see all these levels mapped out. Right, so here's that 62.5 line from yesterday's lows. Here's that 62 resistance line from the previous day low, right? And then we have a 61.5 from this morning, the pre-market, okay? And then as far as support goes, I'm just looking on today on the hourly chart. That's how I found these support levels. So looking for a gap up and sell off. Probably watching the 62 if it gaps up, right? This 61.50, very close. I think it's going to gap up above it. Gonna really wait for these levels to set up. I don't think it can get all the way back up to 63 though. It is a downgrade, right? Perhaps fill the gap here around the 62 and then sell off tomorrow, and then try to retest this 59 and also 60 area. That's ROKU main watch, second day play. Next up, we have LYFT, LYFT. LYFT, while playing ROKU, I totally missed on LYFT here. Here we have a daily chart forming. I'm going to go to the hourly chart actually. Okay. Now, I believe I mapped off some drawings on here as well on LYFT. All the work is already done. Yes, perfect. So hourly chart on LYFT, basically you do see this uptrend line snap. Okay. I played it yesterday on the uptrend on the snap and hold of the 72, and today we see it sell off under 72, and the sell pressure just keeps coming and into the after hours. Now what I want to see, this is a second day play. It snapped a critical level of 72. As you can see, I marked it off in a special shade of red here. Snap this critical IPO level here. So I am looking for a second day selling day. Okay, it does look like that we have formed a bear flag on this daily chart, right? So here's that pole, here's the flag pole, here's that consolidation, and then it looks like it's starting the next leg down, right? So we have some support areas marked off, some resistance, looking for a pop and drop. Taking a look here, current price is at $70.10. Okay, so looking for a pop. First resistance level is at the 71.30s to 71.50s area. Okay, so it's definitely a whole area, not a specific price. Okay, and then we have the key area of 72 as well. I'm going to be looking for, let's see, $1.50. Yeah, 71.50s looks good. Okay, depending whether it gaps up or gaps down tomorrow, right? If it gaps up a little closer to this area, then I'm going to look for 72. And then, of course, we have resistance number 3 here at 72.80s to 73. So definitely, once again, another area. Okay. So looking for these areas to reject. Now zooming out a little bit, as you can see, we have a very clear defined uptrend snap, perhaps a reversal now, and then we have a downtrend. So let's, depending on how you want to draw this trend line, I'm not sure yet because we only have 2 points of contact so far. We still need the third point of contact. It might get up as far as 74, right? According to the trend line, or maybe tomorrow as it comes down, this is the level we want to see it meet up and then fail from there. And main target 66.50s, and perhaps beyond that, we'll see how far it goes, right? There's the 65 and beyond. Okay, so that's LYFT. BABA is next. Zooming back in, 5-minute chart. You see me do a lot of 5-minute and 60-minute chart lately. I think the 60-minute chart is very clear for using to map off like intraday support and resistance levels, right? And then as you come back into the 5-minute, it's a little bit more refined. However, here we have the current price at the 186.37. I want to take a look at the daily chart first on BABA. Okay. Now, we don't see this big day here as my TFS is on update right now, but it did test the highs. You know what? Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's see how far I can go. Not that far. Let's go to the 60-minute chart. Yeah, not that far. It did test the highs here. You can't see it on the daily chart because my platform is on update right now and it doesn't have data. So I'm running offline right now. But today it tested the highs, which is a double top around this area here. And overall, if you can picture this update, you know what? Let me draw it here real quick. Green. Okay. So today we had something like this. Okay. It's actually pre-wiki. No. Clear out drawings. Today, where is it right now? 86 and change. So today we had something like this. And then this right here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is what today looked like, right? So I want to see, overall, this chart is a little bit extended in my opinion. We are actually trading in kind of like a, if you can take a look at this block here, this is kind of like a range, right? Looking pretty strong as it closed above this support area or previous resistance area here on this day, April 1st. But it is a little bit overextended. So I want to see it ride up into this highs again and then fail. It's moving kind of like the SPY. Let's go back to the 5 minutes. It's moving kind of like a bit like the SPY. I mean, we had a massive up move today and it's pulling back down a little bit. I think it fades a little bit more on this pullback, right? We have some support level. Key support here is the 185 area, which is actually on the daily chart, kind of right about this area. Literally this high, this red candle right here. Yeah, the opening price, 185.09. So that's a key support. I want to see it come down fast, make like a double bottom or higher low from here, and then rip back up, test the highs again. And then because it's so overextended, I don't think it has what it takes to break out yet tomorrow. Then I might short it from here. Or if it gaps up and rips out the gates, right, gonna look for a short from here. Now I want to talk about this 187 area. Today it really tried to get back above, but it didn't have that kind of volume to get back higher from lunchtime, and eventually it sold off. So that's a key area. So resistance 188, high of day, and 187. Support we have 186, 185, and 185.5 and 185. Okay, so 3 areas. This 185.5 is yesterday's highs. Okay, and then here finally we have 184, which is today's lows or opening price. So it could get all the way back down to here, but with the market being so strong and this stock being so strong, I think it pulls around to this 185 area, starts doing some sideways consolidation and then slow grind back up. Okay, so that's BUBA. Finally, we have NVDA, NVIDIA. Let's take a look here real quick. Clear our drawings. Once again, we don't have the candle coming in here on this chart, but NVIDIA had another green day again, and then it sold off kind of like the same type of day that BUBA had. It ran and then had made a nice wick, and then throughout the day it kind of grinded back up. So let's load up some drawings here real quick here. Some support and resistance. Let's see, where is it? Oh, I left it on the daily chart. You know what? Let's put it on daily chart on the video. Perfect. There are my drawings. Okay, so as we can see, NVIDIA is wow. That's not my drawings. That's not it. Okay, this block. Let's see here. Sorry, I guess I gotta redraw this. Oh, here it is. This block is meant to be here. Okay. Now, I have two blocks here on the daily chart, right? We have a range here from last year, late last year, and then we have a range here from the previous month, right? Right now, we're right in the middle of these two ranges, and we're kind of in the vacuum. Overall, the stock is pretty overextended. Why do I have this trend line drawn? Let's delete that. It's pretty extended right now on today. It has run 4 days in a row, including today, right? As you can see. And it's on a very steep uptrend. That's where the trend line's from. Look at this steep uptrend. Okay. So, and we're sitting right around here at this area. Where's the current price right now? 192. So let's mark off 192 real quick for you. There it is. Okay. 192. Depending on what it does, I like it for a pullback. Perhaps a little pop, test to the highs of this 192.70s area or 192.80s area, which is today's highs, right? And then fail from there and pull back down to some main support levels. Okay, this is how I came up with my resistance levels here in the vacuum. It's basically from last year, as you can see here. Support number one, 190, and then support number two, we have 185. Currently, I mean, we have some intraday support as well. Let's go to the hourly chart. 191, definitely something worth watching. Yesterday, at the opening, that's the highs here as you draw this horizontal line across. Also the VWAP, 190, very, very key psychological whole number. I have that mapped off here as well. Okay, now zooming out a little bit, that's the 190, yesterday's highs. Oh, sorry, previous day's opening price, because there's another day here. Looking for a pop and drop. Definitely looking for a pop and drop here tomorrow. Overextended. And yeah, we'll have to see from there. If the 193 breaks out and starts holding, we have this little area here. Okay, so the 192 180s to the 193. If this breaks out and starts holding above, the next level of resistance is actually at 195.50. So it does have some more room to run. So zooming in here from previous year, late last year, see this 195.50s area. It's basically right here, this red line. That's the next area of resistance. So if it pops up over 193, then it's going higher. See here. That's around the 193. Yep. So that's NVIDIA side watch. That's basically what I got for you tonight. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys out bright and early tomorrow. Thanks.